So Becky and the boys just went and picked up a box from the post office. Check out what we got. Ooh, what is it?
Turkeys.
Awesome. Oh, they look great.
We've raised turkeys for meat for 4 out of the past 6 years. After we learned to raise chickens for their meat, we wanted to try and grow our own food for Thanksgiving. Along the way, we found joy and appreciation for life, for preserving life in difficult circumstances, and for growing food for both ourselves and for our friends and family. This story is about this little box of turkeys, and how even through difficult tragedy, we still manage to appreciate the hard work that goes into raising our own food.
So each year we've been buying some turkeys, some turkey poults, so that we can have Thanksgiving turkeys for both us and some of our friends. Take a peek at them.
Yeah.
How many are there?
They're all alive? I think so. 16. 16?
That's right.
Yep. We have 5 poults going to a friend, and so we'll have 11 that we'll raise this year for Thanksgiving. Are you excited, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys remember helping move the chicken tractor? You helped move the chicken tractor last year, didn't you, Eli?
Yeah.
Yeah. You excited to do that again?
No, not really.
Is he your favorite right there?
Yes. I heard turkey.
Hold one, hold one. What do you think of the baby turkey? Ah! So it is a busy time of year around here where we have all the brooders and chicken tractors are all in use. And over the next couple weeks, we've got a lot of birds coming this way. And so we're gonna have to be really productive and strategic in how we move birds around. And the first thing we do is put up our portable brooder. So right over here, I've got a brooder that I built a few years ago that's got just basically 4 walls and a floor, and I've got a roof, I think, over in it, another shed. And so we'll put this together, and then that way it breaks down really easily, and so it doesn't take up space around our house. And so we're gonna put that together really quick, and we'll get the turkeys all set up so they can walk around, start to eat and drink. All right, so we are getting this all put together. We've got the base of it. Now we're gonna get the lid, but then we're gonna put wood chips down. We're gonna put our heat lamp in and get them some food and water, and we'll get them over here. But at the same time, we've got Isabel over here. She tried to eat one of the turkeys. Yikes. So you gotta watch her, make sure she's not getting a hold of them. You're going straight to the mouth with them, girl. We don't wanna do that. No, 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 no.
Wood chips are a must on brooders because they poop and get this place really muddy and gross. We've tried grass shavings before and I don't think it worked very well, so wood shavings are the best. We do the boards on the bottom to keep the wood chips out as much as possible. Is that too tall? Can we go with the other direction?
Yeah, let's try it. All right, let's get turkeys, bring them over. Good job.
1,
Yeah, let's count them.
T, 1, T,
Okay.
2, 1.
Oh no, you grab another one, say 2.
2,
5,
5,
6.
6.
But 5 are about to leave to go to their new home. Right now, we don't even need any heat for them. It's over 90 out. Usually they need about 95 degrees. So I'll probably bring a heat lamp down from the ceiling tonight to give them some heat if they need it here in the middle. But during the day, I don't think they're gonna need any heat in here. So these guys just hatched out yesterday morning. It's amazing how fast their instincts are to already start going for food and water. When they're hatched out, they already have, they absorb the yolk, and so they really don't need much food, but it's cool to see them eating like this. A lot of turkeys, ducks, chicks, a lot of them won't even be that hungry. But these guys are already really thirsty and hungry. If I didn't say before, these are the broad-breasted white turkeys. We've tried a number of turkeys for meat before, and these have been our favorite. They grow the biggest, even more than the broad-breasted bronze, and they're a lot easier for plucking because of the white feathers, and so that job's a lot cleaner. Now I'm gonna put the roof on, and then we'll be all set. So at night, we're gonna have the heat lamp. We've got a hole right here, so we can put the heat lamp right through there. Right now, so we don't have any cats or any other predators during the day that would hop in there and eat these turkeys. We're gonna cover that up. So we'll keep showing updates on these turkeys, but what do you think? Could you do it? Have you ever raised turkeys for meat before, for Thanksgiving? There are some similarities between them, chicks and ducks if you've raised them, but there's some differences as well. So we're getting ready to head out to give our friends their turkeys. So Uriah is gonna hand me 5. 2 more. All right, there's our first 5 going to their new home. All right, let's go. All right, the turkeys are getting big. These turkeys they're about a month old now, and we've been putting them outside for the last week or two, just during the day, and then putting them in at night because they seem to get pretty cold. I think we're gonna try them outside full time now. We just cleared out the hook-bill chicken tractor and put them down by the pond duck. So we're gonna pick these guys up and move them down in the chicken tractor area. So we'll keep them in a set area for a little bit so they got the protection of the fence, and then we'll start to move them around every day on grass. All right, let's go. Gotta fill up their feed. All right, here they are. Now, there's good and bad things about this chicken tractor. If you remember last year, we had all of our turkeys in it, and even at about 2 months old, they seemed really strong, and then all of a sudden a big storm came through and nearly killed all of them. And so we've got to watch. We've got some protection under here, but it's only a little bit of protection. And so if it rains, we got to find some way to cover in the sides a little bit during that rainstorm. Otherwise, these guys are just so fragile. They'll just sit by the edge and get wet, and then they nearly die. So that's the one thing we've got to worry about with them in here is rain protection. Check the chicks real quick too. Well, it happened something like this last year where we had a bad storm and almost all of our turkeys died, and this time we got 4. There was a really bad storm last night and we tried to cover up the coop. Thought we had it covered, but 4 of them got wet, but at least they're all still breathing, so I think we might be able to save all these turkeys. This is wild. This happened to us last year, and we had almost all of our turkeys we thought were dead after our storm. And last night I tried to cover the coop as best I could to get it fully covered. And all the turkeys were fine. We've got 12 of them, and so 4 of them got within an inch here of death. But I'm glad we found them. We went right out and checked on them this morning as soon as we got up and were able to get them warmth. And it seems like they're coming back to life, but it's taking a little bit of time. All right, well, these guys have had a couple hours now inside. We're gonna move them out to the brooder that they were in before we move them out with the other turkeys again, just so they can keep heat on them and they can start to eat and drink again, but they're looking much better. All right, you ready to go outside?
Yes.
It's pretty crazy. Every year we seem to have a problem with these turkeys. The chicks that we moved out, they're a week younger, and they had no problems during the storm last night, but these guys, if they just get a little wet, they give up. They're trying to die. Okay, come here, bud. Here we go. All right, can you plug in the heater for me? Right here.
This one.
Yep, plug it in right here. All right, now they've got their heat lamp on them. We just gotta get their food and water, and they'll be all set.
So these were in the brooder, the ones that got too cold in their storm. And they're doing really good, so we're gonna put them back out with the brood.
We ended up losing 3 turkeys this year. 1 died a day or 2 after we got them, and that's pretty common. And 2 died along the way during raising them. But wait till you see how big they are now. So last year, we installed the Run Chicken automatic door. It's really been a game changer for us down here. We've had automatic doors before, but there's a few things that are different about the Run Chicken door from some of the other doors. Only takes 2 batteries instead of 4. Works in pretty extreme temperatures from -14 degrees all the way up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's no cords on this, so when some of our other automatic doors will get frozen during the winter, this one will keep on working. So we've had this Run Chicken door down here at our duck coop for over a year now. Right now I want to program it so I can set it to automatically open and close when I want it to. Out of the box it works to just work right off the sunrise and the sunset where it'll open and close. But you can also go download their app at the Google Play Store, or you can go right to their website at runchicken.com and use the configurator. So I'm going to set it to open at 9 a.m. I'm going to set it to close at 10 p.m. They don't go in right at sundown. And then to set it, I hold this until we've got the green light, the red light, and then when the blue light comes on, and then I hit it, and then I set it right here. And now it's beeping,
that the programming's set. And so now it's set to open at 9 a.m., but we've already passed that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button and let the ducks out now. Here they go. We installed it in about 30 minutes and it's never given us a problem. It's been working great for over a year now. So get your door by going to the Run Chicken store and use our code WhiteHouse10RC for 10% off your Run Chicken door. So it's been about 2 months since we had any rain issues with these turkeys. We've lost a couple over that time, probably just to sickness or just weak, especially when they were really young. But now they're doing really great and they're really only a month away from being full size, which is just crazy how fast these guys grow. So we're gonna move them into their own area and so they can start free ranging outside of their coop because they really love the grass. And so they eat it down really quick. We've been trying to move them around inside here, but we love getting them into their own area so we can move them each day.
Excited about the grass.
Okay, come in here and put the food in. Okay, we need the ones that are not the mandarins, so we need the big ducks.
All the big ducks.
This one's really pretty. This one's my favorite. I love the white coloring on this one. Super cool. So the hookbill ducks, we've made videos about them in the past. They're they're a critically endangered duck species. Because of the shape of their bill, that's their defining characteristic, but they'll look like a lot of other duck breeds because they've introduced other duck breeds to them to just keep their line healthy. But we had a good year hatching out about 9 or 10 of them, and now we got to find a place to keep them because ducks are messy. And so keep them here with the turkeys so we can keep them on fresh grass. So it'll be a little chaotic for a day here. We've got 9 hookbill ducks, we've got 8 white broad-breasted turkeys. So hopefully they start coming out, but right now they're just eating their food and hanging out in here, keeping their distance. Bubbles, come on under. Right here. There you go. Come on. Here you go.
I know you've been asking for an update on the cows. And Dolly, she is pregnant still, due in October. And Maisie, we haven't heard on yet, but we're hopeful that she is pregnant and we'll be picking her up maybe in a month or two. She's down in Texas being bred, and hopefully she's bred now.
So each day we've been moving this turkey tractor, duck tractor, and then we've got our fencing. So we're gonna put our fencing in, and that allows them to come out, the ducks to get some food and water. We've been putting in more bowls because we were having issues with the turkeys and ducks get along fine, but they're spilling out waters, they're fighting. The turkeys are eating the duck food when we want them to eat the turkey food, and so it's not going as perfectly as planned, but we're all still alive. We're just having a hard time keeping track of the duck eggs and keeping the turkeys from spilling out the big water bowls. So that's where we're at on this right now. We're at maybe 3.5 months right now. So these turkeys are about full size. So let's let them out and show you how they look now.
I know. You got pear all over you. See the turkeys? See the turkey? Watch your fingers. Ooh, watch your finger. Watch your face.
So I think the thing that we struggle with or have a hard time explaining is, why did we work so hard to save these turkeys if they're just gonna grow up to be birds that we're gonna eat as a meal? While we very much care about these animals and they're incredibly friendly, sometimes it's a difficult task to grow your own food and to still care about the animals while you're doing it. But we want to know where our food comes from, and if these birds die when they're little, we'll have to end up buying from the store, and that defeats the purpose of doing what we're doing, where we are able to grow our own food, know what goes into our food, know that we cared for our food, and It's a tough thing to explain unless you do it yourself. You go through it, and we do appreciate what these turkeys, what they provide for us and our family, and for our friends that we raise some of these for as well. So it's a tough task, and it's not for everyone, but it's a life that we chose for ourselves, and it's one that we take a lot of pride in, and we really enjoy the partnership that we've built out here with the land and our animals.
Next time.